Hello, everybody. I'm Peter Dowd in for Karen Devine.
And I'm John White. As we begin tonight, a quick note to our closed captioning viewers. We are in an internet outage at our studios tonight here in Thousand Palms that may impact some of our stories having complete captioning. We are working through this. Hope to have everything fully restored for you as soon as possible. We start now tonight at 6 with a News Channel 3 team exclusive. Thousands of dollars worth of belongings stolen. That's what a Rancho Mirage woman says happened after hiring house cleaners through an online maid service. And when she contacted the company about it, she says they did nothing. That is until I-Team investigator Peter Dowd got involved. And Peter, you not only got some answers for this woman, but you also uncovered that this isn't the first time this company has been accused of something like this.
That's right, John. The company is called Handy, an online platform that promises to match people across the nation with vetted screened professionals skilled at house cleaning and repairs. But as I uncovered, that's not always the case. And now the Riverside County Sheriff's Department is investigating.
So Peter, here's the bedroom, and this is where they stole everything.
Mara Brown is convinced the cleaners who recently came to her Rancho Mirage home stole about $40,000 worth of belongings. Everything from this Coach purse to $5,000 cash she kept hidden in the back of a drawer, to her mother's engagement ring, to most heartbreaking of all, the diamond necklace her mother gave her shortly before dying of cancer.
And she said, this is worth a lot of money. It's the most, valuable thing I own. I want to give it to you. Keep really good care of it and think of me when you wear it.
Brown says she hired the cleaners after receiving this email offer from the company Handy, $99 for a one-time 3-hour cleaning. Handy sent a woman, simply identified as Marsha D., to clean Brown's home. But Brown says Marsha D. arrived with another man.
I assumed that from Handy, because it was a reputable, I thought, company, that the people would be bonded and licensed. I didn't think I had to worry about it, which is why I used Handy in the first place.
Brown says she waited outside on the patio as the pair spent hours cleaning inside.
And they just robbed me blind right under my nose.
After she paid and tipped them, they left. And that's when she began to notice what was missing. You must feel violated.
It makes me violently, physically, mentally ill. I've been having migraines. I have PTSD around it. I cannot sleep at night. When I do sleep, I have nightmares.
Turns out the cleaners were not bonded or licensed, which is not required in California. Brown filed a report with the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, and an investigator has been assigned to the case. She also says she called and emailed Handy dozens of times, but nothing was done.
It was like an abyss. No one was getting back to me.
But almost immediately after we contacted Handy about Brown's claims, Brown says the company finally reached out to her. It also sent us a statement saying it is disappointed to hear about Brown's negative experience, adding, "This is a rare incident that we are taking very seriously. Pros on our network are individual contractors, and the owners or principals of each company must complete a background check prior to joining the platform. Pros must also agree to our terms and conditions, which prohibit them from bringing additional people to project sites. As a result of Ms. Brown's allegation, this pro was removed from our network. We are in contact with Ms. Brown and will continue to work toward a resolution." Rare incident or not, the Better Business Bureau says it has detected a pattern of customer service gripes in the 357 complaints consumers filed against Handy in the past 3 years. The New York-based company has a B+ rating. Were a lot of the complaints regarding theft?
Some complaints alleged that cleaners had stole things from their homes.
Handy is also no stranger to legal trouble. The Washington, D.C. Attorney General filed a lawsuit against the company in 2016, alleging the company does not adequately check the background of its cleaning professionals, and individuals with prior criminal convictions or that are likely to steal from consumers have been accepted by Handy. As a result, numerous Handy cleaners have stolen property from the homes of D.C. consumers. Consequently, Handy was required to pay restitution to D.C. consumers who had property stolen and also had to pay a penalty of $150,000. What advice do you have for people who hire workers through companies like Handy?
When considering hiring somebody, you want to know, are they bonded? Are they insured? Because if something breaks when they're in your house, if they fall, you want to be covered. So that's really, really important. Check credentials. check their references ahead of time. If they don't want to give you references, if they don't want to give you phone numbers, anything like that, big red flags. You don't want to deal with them.
In the meantime, Brown desperately hopes she will get her mother's precious belongings back.
Of course, you mourn the monetary value of it, but what was more important to me is the sentimental value of it. And I've been having a really hard time getting over it.
What is the message you want other people out there to know about using services like Handy?
Only hire somebody that somebody else has used, that they've used for years, that they could recommend. That would be my #1 recommendation, is don't use these sites, because you don't know where they're getting their people from and if they're vetting them or not.
Right now, no arrests have been made, but investigators tell me they are taking this case seriously and will keep us updated. Again, Handy says the cleaners who Brown hired are no longer a part of its network. To see the BBB's full report on Handy and to read the D.C. Attorney General's lawsuit, head to KESQ.com. Live in studio, Peter Doubt, News Channel 3.